Elon Musk's response to fake verified Elon Twitter accounts, a new permanent ban policy for I saw this. So he came out and said, I mean, obviously he loves this verification idea, the paid check mark idea. He's digging into it. It was $8, this and that. Then he went on Twitter and said, going forward, any Twitter handles engaging in impersonation without clearly specifying parody will be permanently suspended. In order to kind of, I suppose, dig even deeper into this idea that verification is, I mean, maybe not mandatory, but like significant. He promised Twitter would bring power to the people by offering verification to anyone willing to pay $8 for a subscription. Now, what happened was you had multiple people that had verified accounts.
Yeah.
That decided to just change their name to Elon Musk. See what happened.
Yeah. Not even their handle. So like Elon Musk.
No, not the handle.
_
Well, he followed
86.
up his initial tweet and said, any name change at all will cause temporary loss of a verified check mark. But that's different than a suspension.
Yeah.
What these people did was already had verified accounts. It was Kathy Griffin and H3 were the two that I saw.
Sarah Silverman.
Oh, Sarah Silverman as well. And so they thought, oh, this is an opportunity to have a funny moment here where we can change our name to Elon Musk, start tweeting things out. And then people started to say, hey, Elon, a little bit sensitive because they said maybe this is humor. But then he laid the law down with the immediate suspensions. Well, he says permanent suspensions, which I find that hard to believe. I mean, this could easily be a slap on the wrist for these comedian-style accounts. Now, maybe it will be. I don't know how much human review is involved or if this is automatically detected and then the ban or suspension is initiated, then it gets reviewed by a human. I don't know. But here is the language. If we believe you may be in violation of this policy, we may require you to provide government-issued identification, such as a driver's license or passport, in order to reinstate your account. This is if you're not the person you're claiming to be with your check mark, I suppose. And then the permanent suspension, if you're engaged in impersonation or are using a misleading or deceptive fake identity, we may permanently suspend your account. We may permanently. I don't think those accounts that are currently suspended are going to be permanently suspended. I'd be very surprised if that was the case. They are suspended at this moment right now, for the record.
Yeah.
And what, I don't know what the tweets looked like, but I saw a couple from H3 which were, they were cracking jokes about Elon, like as things Elon would say. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Like making outlandish claims about Jeffrey Epstein and things like this, which I guess that's humorous. However, when you see some people posted what their notification looked like, it actually looks like it's coming from Elon Musk because you don't see the username.
Right.
You see the name of the checkmark. Now, maybe that's a problem with the app. The app doesn't highlight or emphasize the actual handle.
Maybe it's like a UI thing that they need to figure
The app is actually terrible at dealing with this, and that's Twitter's problem. Like, why would you emphasize the name you're calling yourself instead of the actual handle, which has been granted the verification? I guess some people have handles that that aren't related to their name.
Like an old handle?
Like an old handle or something. But in those cases, I think you still, as far as the notification goes, the handle should be in there somewhere. Even if you want to have the name and the check mark, the handle has to be in there too, so that people can discern the difference.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's all kinds of ways that this can be dealt with. As it stands at the moment, I think it's not the best look for Elon because it's like, well, these are high-profile people impersonating him specifically and not someone else. Now, I'm just going to go full circle on it and say, we've all dealt with impersonators. Maybe not all of us, but people who do things on the internet professionally. you're going to have impersonators, and those impersonators, they screw people over. It happens on the daily basis. So it is fun to make a joke about it, but it also is a real thing at the same time. Elon specifically, all the crypto-related scams and everything, people got by those scams. And I suppose you could say the same about scams everywhere all the time, but as a person who receives emails of the people who are being scammed, I'm like, it would be nice if there was an easy way to get rid of this, because you report it and currently nothing happens. You go, this person's impersonating. Exactly, and nothing happens. And in those cases, they don't have a check mark to go with it, but they're still successful in scamming some people.
Yeah.
And even you have a history, because you really got pissed off with one person impersonating you. Like, you got more pissed off than I do.
It's just the fact that I couldn't, no matter what I did, because I wasn't verified, I had to really talk to other people that were verified to help me with my cause.
It was so much work.
The support system on Twitter was terrible at the time.
But did you actually achieve it in the long run?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It took like a year almost.
Yeah.
For this one person that was persistent as far as the impersonation, and it's like
they got over 7,000 followers.
Yeah, I know it's constantly ongoing, and in that case, there really wasn't a comedic element at all. It was just straight up impersonation for who knows what, like really trying to be you on the internet without any jokes thrown into it. So it's a tough subject. Obviously, it's a huge area of focus right now, and it's a huge part of the discussion as far as the takeover at Twitter is concerned.
Yeah,
I think those accounts are going to come back, but in the meantime, it's, you got all your top Twitter trends and everybody's talking about, see, Elon, no sense of humor, banning, you said you weren't banning, free speech, and I'm sure those accounts are going to come back. I'd be shocked if those accounts don't come back.